Get yourself a pickle. Get yourself a boot. Joey Reese and Biggie Boo Shop. Pickle time is happening.
Oh God, renew, Holy Spirit to cleanse me. Purge the disease which I was a mind bending. Not unlike the whole thing. She's glamorous, sullen, quick for the mind of the devil dressed up in drag. Dear old dad,
yes, swallow, mom.
So you don't
Bring it on, what is this?
So the first night,
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Pickle Bush Shop. Joe Riss Taylor Bush.
the first night that we did that drop,
Yeah.
I listened to that song probably, honest to God, 40 to 50 times that one night.
It's so rad.
Just listen
it's
to
so
it
rad.
over and over and over on loop, and it's still in my everyday playlist. Absolutely love it. So, ladies and
Love
gents, we are
We're
doing this
starting.
is another freebie
Who's that?
episode.
Oh,
What?
where?
What are you mumbling
This one's
about?
free. I don't know what's happening, Joe. Usually when we come on, we're like, you're ready with our bush up. My name is Joe, and I'm gonna get some Detroit pizza. I go down to Willie's, and it's on the corner. That's what it sounds like. And then I'm like, hey, right?
If you say
Everybody! Oh boy, everybody! Okay.
So tonight is different than we normally do, because normally we start off with this freebie and then we can bring it to a conclusion, and then we go and we do a paid for our Patreons. And tonight we did things a little bit different. Earlier in the day, we actually recorded for our Patreon with Rob Orr from The Spivvies, the bass player from The Spivvies. Those of you that were old school 90s Christian music scene kids, you guys will know The Spivvies as the 50s. They were like a 50s band.
Yeah.
And Rob was such a great guy. And we kind of talked about it on the podcast. Those of you that are Patreons will know it, will have heard it. Those of you that are freebies, you can tune in and maybe kick a couple of bucks this way to hear the story. But ultimately, Rob and the Spivvies restored our faith in when the Insiders first went out, restored our faith in kind of the music scene in Southern California. We felt we were brown shoes on a tuxedo, and the Spivvies kind of almost took us under their wing and like just had fun with us and went out to eat with us and went to movies and things like that. And Rob and his smiling face was a big, big part of that. And I loved hanging out with him. I think he's a little bit older than me. I want to say maybe, I don't know. I can't make a guess. But
a little bit older than him, like in his 80s.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
like I'm guessing he's probably 3 to 5 years older than me, maybe.
He's like 300 to 500 years old.
Yeah.
That's why they play 50s music. Guys, the 1950s
because they were in their
was
60s when it was out.
Right. And the 1950s happened in 1875. So he's at least 300 or 400 years old.
Yeah. Easily.
Hey, guys. I know you've tuned in for some facts, and I'd like to slow things down a little bit and bring you some more facts. Drywall, number one, it's delicious. You ever tasted it? You can put it on pancakes. Thickens it up. If you're ever making some sort of remoulade, or as they call it in the deep south, a remoulade.
Don't they just call it
drywall?
A roux? Just a roux?
A roux. R-O-U-X.
Yeah.
And then you put some drywall in that. It's super good. Pancakes. You ever had them?
Yeah.
People flock to my house for some pancakes on Sunday.
They flock to my house for flopping for flapjacks.
They're flopping for flapjacks. That's
Like-
what happens here at my house on Sundays. All right. I derailed what you're saying. It was really cool having Rob from the Spitties on, and he is probably younger than both of us.
Yeah, you think so?
I don't know.
You think he's in like his late 20s right now?
He looks like he's got some gray hair.
Late 20s, early 30s?
I haven't gotten any yet.
And he
I'm waiting.
teaches history. So, but I'm not going to give it away. So, ladies and gents, think about Patreon. Think about in November when we move towards Patreon. $2 gets you everything. $5 gets you a little bit more. $10 commitment for the year gets you interview with us. You get to be our interview for one of the shows and stuff like that. So please look that up. I don't want to go through it every show like we're groveling for it or anything, but I want to throw it out there in case you haven't heard it already. I'll tell you what, I love the Diabolical discussion page lately. To me, I think this thing has gone next level. People are on there talking about their kids. They're like, hey, Joe and Reese always talk about how this is a community and how they want to hear about us and our families. And someone's like, my kid is playing like drums for like a jazz thing that's going on. So I was like, dude, post some clips of it. Let's see your kid in action. I think it's cool. I love that people are doing meetups at Furnace Fest. And if you haven't decided if you're going to Furnace Fest or not, Pickle Peeps, go and get in touch with Kevin or Pete or Jared on the Diabolical discussion page. I think they're doing a meetup. Reese, the face you're making right now is like, what are you talking about?
No,
You're completely
I
spaced
wanted to
out.
talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
I get on there all the time. I get on the Diabolical discussion page and I post questions like, have you guys ever... I'm kind of into food, and I'll be like, have you guys ever tried sandwiches? Or like, has anyone here ever had a potato? I get way out. I get crazy. Yeah, way out. You ever been way out?
Occasionally.
I do that. Sometimes I like, what? And then I'm like, guys, have you ever had mustard? You can put it on other things besides a hot dog, like a bologna sandwich. And then people are like, I've never had it. And then we start a whole talk. Diabolical discussion.
You want to know what game that my daughter invented? And
While we're on the subject,
it has spread to so many people in her life play it. It's called marinara or cream cheese. And the game is you name something, you name a food, and you got to figure out if it goes better with marinara or cream cheese.
a bat.
I think if you're going to cook a bat and eat a bat, it's marinara.
Marinara. That's what I thought. First thing, I was like, marinara. This is a great game.
It is. So Ella was a camp counselor this summer, and she taught it to like her kids. And so she would say that like she would hear them like off in the distance, like definitely cream cheese. Like she's got like a whole generation of kids like playing marinara or cream cheese.
They're like, a grenade I found in my grandpa's basement.
Cream cheese.
Cream cheese. Cream cheese.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. Like, even if it's something, it's almost like your brain, even if it's something that's not edible, your brain still looks at it and goes, nah, I think cream cheese. It's so bizarre.
George Clooney.
I think Clooney would be a marinara.
I was thinking cream cheese.
Really? What about Clooney makes you think cream cheese?
I would eat some cream cheese off that dude. That's what I thought. First of all, am I gay? Maybe a little. George Clooney? I mean,
that old last sentence structure was just hilarious. I loved it.
All right, Joe, what would you like to tell us about The Dentist?
Oh, we're just bluntly going into it. No segue, no nothing. Man,
Well,
you're getting really good. After 3 years of podcasting, you're really figuring out how to segue into stuff.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of cream cheese, have you ever been to the dentist? Is that better?
That's way better. You're getting it. You're getting it. So get this. You guys know that The Hides runs a dentist office. Here's the problem I have with that is I had my dentist. And then my girlfriend, then fiance, wife to be, said, why aren't you coming to my dental office? To which I replied, I don't want your coworkers in my mouth. I find that good. You know what I mean? I find that a little intimate. I find that a little weird. I find that I like a stranger to do it, and then I just leave and I never see or talk to that person again. And Heidi said, absolutely not. You're bringing your account here. So I became a patient of her dental office. I think they call it a practice, a dental practice.
Practice.
And so now people...
Not perfect.
Yeah, so now people that are like, I sit there and I chit-chat with and kind of know me on a personal level, they're digging in my mouth. And this is where things get weird. So, I go
in there. How much
has
Heidi told them? That's the question.
How many times do you floss? How often do you floss?
They ask that at every dentist, dude.
Yeah. How often do you floss?
Okay. Oh, me? You're asking me, or that's what the dentist asks?
You.
Like once a week, sometimes twice a week.
Okay. That's probably way more than the average person. So I rarely flossed. And so something about bacteria and saliva, like the whatever that's on your teeth, and saliva mix, and there's a chemical reaction, and it causes plaque, right? So plaque is the like crusty hard stuff. It's like spackling that kind of grows on your teeth, I think.
It's like the drywall.
Yeah, so,
bringing it full circle.
Pickle Home Companion, they can fact check this, but I think that's what it is. Maybe Heidi needs to come up and give a lesson on what plaque is. But so behind my bottom teeth, I brush all the time. I try and do real good. I run my tongue along there. It feels fine. I get to the dentist office. It's not fine. So I got all sorts of plaque behind the bottom of my teeth. And this is where the story takes a turn. So this woman who I have talked to on a, I don't want to say a friendship level, but on an acquaintance level, like she knows me. She works with my Heidi. She's using that like hook, that metal hook tool, scraper. She's doing it in a giant piece that's like grated Parmesan cheese, flakes off the back of my tooth, flies out of my mouth, and it's visible. It's not like a little tiny. It's like a good size, like a nerd candy.
Jeepers, Joe.
And it shoots into her hair.
Oh, shit.
So she's got a chunk of plaque in her hair.
Did she know?
Yeah. She saw it fly out of my mouth and she felt it. It had jewels to it. It had weight.
Did you ask if you could keep it?
No, but I was like, she had like the tools and stuff in my mouth. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And she's like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, it ain't fine. And she's brought it up on several occasions.
Oh, man.
When I go to the office, I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? And she's like, hey. And then she'll come in and be like, hey, Heidi, remember when your boyfriend shot plaque into my hair? And I'm like, this is the nightmare. This is what I didn't want.
That's what you are. Oh, man. Joe?
Do you like going to the dentist? Are you a dentist guy?
Who likes going to the dentist? Like
Here's
when
the
you're
thing.
5, because you get to go to the treasure chest and they're not pulling teeth out or doing drilling. But it just
here's the thing, man. I've never had a cavity. in my life.
What?
I've never had a cap. I have zero
Well,
cavities.
it's not a contest, Joe, but you won.
But when I'm in the dentist chair and they're working on my mouth, I can fall asleep.
They're
and
not
I
trying to make your teeth cave in with that hook. That's
Yeah.
what I feel like is happening.
Yeah, I
They're
understand
getting
that
the
is
kickback.
it's a weird thing. I wouldn't try to convince other people the same. I know it's weird, but yeah, when I'm laying in that chair, there's like times where, you know, you got to keep your mouth open. And like, there's times where the dentist will be like, or the hygienist will be like, Joe, can you open your mouth back up? Because I've like dozed off and then my muscles just relax.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. Yep. So I shot plaque into someone's hair. I've fallen
Hey,
asleep. What?
Probably if you get your teeth cleaned more, that's not going to happen. Now
Well,
that you got an inside gig there at the old dental office.
Yeah, but it's insurance. Insurance still only pays for once every 6 months.
Yeah.
But I've started flossing more. So I want to prove to her coworkers that I do it. So next to on my nightstand, so every night when like I put my phone on the charger, the dental floss is right there. So I do about every
Lord.
other night. Like I'll floss tonight.
Okay.
I'll floss tonight.
That's
But who?
Wow.
Doggy.
That's a lot of pressure, man. But that's what you're signing up for. Flossing every other night.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do it because I want to be able, when I go in and she goes, so how are you doing with flossing? I'm going to go every other night. And then I want her to get in there and be like, yeah, you don't have any plaque buildup. And then I'm not shooting chunks into her hair.
Yeah. Does it feel like they're trying to hook your teeth out when they get the plaque? That's what happens to me. I'm just like, stop, please.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden a chunk comes out of the plaque.
Yeah, I feel like the hook on your teeth is like when we were all growing up, the movies and shows we'd watch where grappling hooks were used more.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like a grappling hook that grabs a chunk of concrete is like the hook grabbing the plaque on my teeth.
It really is.
Ugh.
Just like that. I don't like it. I don't like going to the dentist.
You don't?
You know-
Yeah, I do. I love the smell of the dentist. I love visiting Heidi. I love walking in and smelling that medicine-y cleaner smell. Oh, I love it.
One time when I was in high school, maybe after high school, where I was of legal age, I would be there, and the lady kept putting her boobs on my hand, like they were on the armrest. She was like cleaning. She was attractive, but I did not know what to do with that because I was saving myself for Jesus. And
For
so,
Jesus or for marriage?
is it the same? Is it both?
So here's another thing that happened to me.
It wasn't like Jesus. I was like, Jesus, I can't wait to make love to you. It was like, I hope this pays off, Jesus, because this sucks.
Because yet another wasted moment.
Because right there, that lady just touched her boobs to my hand, and that was real cool.
Well, let's
and
extrapolate
nice.
that. Where do you think that goes? Even if you were
No.
down, that goes
I don't-
nowhere.
No. Like if she was like, hey, remember that one time I did that and I want to go on a date with you or be your girlfriend? I'd be like, yep.
But were
This
you in
will-
high school?
Is it? No, I think I was in college. I think it was past. If I was in high school, then no. But I think I was older, and I think I was just like, I gotta go.
You know what? So I get in there to the dentist, and right before the plaque attack starts flying out of my mouth, they ask me, they go, so like anything change, anything different with your dental stuff? And I was like, I go, yeah, my teeth have been sensitive lately. And she goes, oh, do you grind them? She goes, I bet you grind them at night. And I said, no, actually, I think I grind them when I drive. I don't
Yeah.
I don't feel it in the morning when I wake up. It's when I drive. So I got this like bite guard that I have to wear when I drive.
Oh my jeez.
How weird is life? Like I get into my car and I click in a mouth guard. And it makes
I'm
me
supposed
talk
to
like
wear one.
this. Like Mia was driving with me the other day. She's like, Dad, what'd you just put in your mouth? I was like, it's a bite guard. When I drive, I gotta wear my bite guard because then my teeth get very sensitive.
Somebody cuts you off, like, you better watch it.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly. I'm like, you stupid son of a
you guys.
gun. You stupid son of a gun.
Uh-huh.
And then like I'll forget it's in, and then I'm like, oh, I just gotta hit the grocery store on the way home. And I'm like walking around the grocery store and I realize I have this like retainer in. I walked into work this morning. I got into work and I was like, oh crap. Because that's brutal. The teasing would never stop. So I clicked it out and threw it in my pocket.
Yeah, they
It's
put it
so
back in and they had a bunch of lint.
Oh.
Lint.
And I'm not talking chocolate.
Joe,
Hey,
what kind of bands / pods / books are you listening to?
I hate I hate you.
I hate your segues. I
do.
hate you.
I do.
If you could do better with a segue just one time. Okay, let's try this again. Hey, that was cool about the dentist.
Speaking
What
of
kind of-
dentist, you always have to start with speaking of dentist.
Speaking of dentists, you know a guy named Dentist plays trombone in my band?
Yeah,
What kind of bands are you listening to?
you're like, my guitarist's name is Periodontal. Perry O'Donnell.
What kind of get Perry O'Donnell? What kind of bands are you listening to nowadays?
Well, it's funny you should ask. So, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, you guys, it keeps coming up. You guys want to know what we're listening to, reading, everything like that. And I actually have something in every like genre, that we just talked about. So, listening to, I want you guys to check it out. If you're a country music fan, Post Malone just put out a country album called F1 Trillion. It is phenomenal. The songs the ones that I'm loving right now, he does a song with Lainey Wilson, and he does a song with Hardy. And those are two songs that I absolutely love. But that is a great album. So I'm listening to that. Podcast. I have podcasts I've been listening to, kind of a mix. I started listening to Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs. He has a podcast. I've been listening to that.
Okay.
That's fantastic. And then the other thing that I've been listening to a lot of is I am on a Stephen King kick like no other.
Okay.
I am going through
Like
all.
what have you listened to or read of the Stephen King?
So I've read the short stories of The Body, Apt Pupil, and Shawshank Redemption.
Okay.
So The Body, they turned the story The Body into the movie Stand By Me.
Yes.
And then Apt Pupil is the movie by the same name. And then Shawshank Redemption. I don't think it's called Shawshank Redemption, the Stephen King version. It's again called something else, but that became the movie Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
I listened to the audiobook of 11/22/63, which
It's
is where,
so good.
so
I agree
good.
with that. It is
Yeah.
so good. There is a mini series that had James Franco in it. Not as good as the book. Like, I kind of wish you would have seen that before you read the book or listened to the book, but it's so good. And I completely agree with that.
I did see it before the book.
Well, you did.
I did.
The book is so good.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's
I agree
super
with
big.
Stephen King.
It's super thick. It's one of
Yeah.
I think it's the thickest book he's ever written.
Oh, thicker than The Stand?
I believe it is.
Man, so there's some shitty Stephen King. I'm going to tell you, it's not shitty. Like, if you read from somebody else, you'd be like, this is fine. But compared to some of his other stuff, he has some amazing books, like The Stand. Have you read The Stand?
I have not.
Joe, make it your next read. It's so good. The Shining? Have you read The Shining?
I've seen the movie, haven't read the book.
No, book is 100 times better. I mean, the movie is amazing. The Stanley Kubrick one, amazing. Book is way better.
Okay.
It's so good. Like, and I'm not saying that to discredit the movie. The book is so good.
Okay.
Okay.
And then right now I'm listening to Under the Dome.
Yes, Under the Dome is really good. It's really good.
Yeah, so that's the one I'm doing right now.
I did like the Gunslinger and the Dark Tower stuff. I don't understand why people like it so much. Pet Cemetery, I don't think is very good. It is not very good. Like, some people just like that stuff. Like Salem's Lot. It's like, cool, it's Stephen King, but it's about vampires. Cujo, not very good.
Yeah. No, I would agree. And those are the books that I've stayed away from.
Yeah.
Like I've tried to stay away from the ones that like everybody read, that everybody was about all growing up, you know? And I've tried to read his other ones that were like, where I look at it and I go, I have no clue that he wrote this. So
yeah. Well, he, like, for a while, just in the 80s, he was just turning out stuff, and he was making millions just because everything he would make, they'd make into a movie. But like, of that, The Dead Zone is okay. I'm looking at his stuff. Like, The Dead Zone is okay. The movie for The Dead Zone is not good. He had some good short stories, but really, I think for real, I mean, I haven't read it all, but like, Under the Dome is amazing. The Stand will change your life. It's so good. They've made like 2 different miniseries about it, and they don't do justice to it.
yeah.
The Shining, for real, is a classic. It's so good to read. And then I want to say Misery.
Oh, yeah.
Super good. It's super good.
Again, only seen the movie.
The movie's good, but the book
movie's
is better.
great. Yeah, but I will read the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about
So what are you listening to? Music, podcasts, reading books? What are you have time for any of that right now?
Yeah, what I should have done is written this down. Do you know what, dude? I went to I talked about this with Rob, that I went to a yard sale, and this lady, somebody's grandma had died, and this lady had to work for a record, for a radio station, because she had so many good records, and they're like, yeah, we had 3 bins, and they already went through all the rock stuff. So somebody went in there and cleaned up. So they were selling them at a yard sale for $3 a record, which is a lot, but these things were in the plastic. So I got like an Elvis in the plastic, like the one with in the Catholic, that one.
Uh-huh.
I got a Waylon Jennings, and that was what I was talking about, the Areola records. It was this lady. So the plastic, somehow they had packaged a Waylon Jennings with this other lady in 1976, and this lady never opened it. And so I was like, well, I want the Waylon Jennings. So I got it and opened it. And this lady was from Steamboat Springs.
Really?
I'm so bummed my parents aren't alive, because I'm positive they would know her. And it was like she had like a Billboard charting hit. It wasn't huge, but like it made the top 100. So I was just like, and we listened to it. It was pretty rad. But it was a lot of old country stuff. And I got some John Denver. So stoked about it.
Okay.
What am I listening to? Andy's new band, This Repeats. I kickstarted their album, so I've been listening to that.
Okay.
And then podcasts. Ed Helms has a podcast. The Daily Show has a podcast where they just play the audio from The Daily Show, and Jon Stewart is back. You love this, Joe. I've been listening to that. It's wonderful. You love The Daily Show. I'm still listening to the Otherworld podcast, which is about paranormal stuff. And it's amazing. And then the Ed Helms one.
I also listened to
Snafu. Yeah, it's so good. So, like, he's got 2 seasons. The first season is about Able Archer, which is like the code name for this. They were running a war game, and the Russians thought it was real, and they almost launched a nuclear attack against us because they detected that we were starting to launch nukes, but we were running a simulation, and somehow it showed up as real to the Russians. And some Russian general basically was just like, hold off, because this means all of it. Like, if this is wrong, everything we know will be destroyed. And he waited until basically they could see if their missiles were launched, and then called it off. Like, he didn't wait until it was too late for the Russians to get missiles out, but like waited long enough that they could figure out if it was real. And he was going against orders. He was supposed to launch missiles. So it did not start World War III. That's a really cool one. So that's the first season. And then the second season is super rad. It's about in the 60s, like 1968, while the Frazier Ali fight was going on, these hippies broke into an FBI office and they stole a bunch of files, and then they found out they just knew the FBI was like harassing hippies, and they wanted to bring it to light, and they found out that the FBI was like surveying everyone, like more than like 2 out of 10 Americans were on their list. And the point was kind of to intimidate us, to make us feel afraid of the government. And these guys, it was like 8 people that burglarized the FBI. They brought it to light. It's cool. It's very interesting.
Another podcast that I listen to is, it's gaining steam. It's pretty popular, but it's Jason Alexander from Seinfeld. His podcast is called Really No Really. And what's interesting is they find like a topic, and like right off the bat, like the stupid stuff that you would think about that topic, like scientists are trying to create the woolly mammoth, recreate the woolly mammoth. So you're like, what in the world? Haven't you watched Jurassic Park? You don't mess with that. They've gone extinct for a reason. What are you doing?
Well, we made them extinct.
So
humans did.
So like Jason Alexander and his partner, I forget that guy's name, but they start talking. And so it will start with that. Like, they'll talk to the scientists who are doing it. And so then right off the rip, you're like, what are you doing? Jurassic Park, didn't you learn your lesson? But then you start to hear from the scientists end of it that, like, if they can, the DNA that's within like the woolly mammoth that allows it to obviously live in different climates, colder climates. So the small packs of elephants that only live in those arid regions of like Africa and stuff like that, we can start to repopulate the planet with woolly mammoths, and we can put them in areas of the world where people can use them more for food. And the other thing, it comes down to tundra. And I thought this would be very interesting for you. I thought it would be a podcast that you would love because it's sciencey, but like the tundra used to be packed down because of large herds of woolly mammoth and larger animals. Now that those aren't there, the tundra doesn't get packed down. And then there's all these like Mother Nature and science issues, nature issues that go with the tundra not being packed. So by not having mammoths anymore in like the northern parts of the northern hemisphere, it's like a big science thing. And so that's what I like about that show. It starts off with like a topic that's just corny. Like you're like, what? Like this is going to be a goofy, like I might not listen to this show. But then once you get into it, you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So it's kind of like
cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like this, the show that's like how it's made. Like it almost comes down to like that, where you're just like, oh, who cares? Like a Coke bottle. But then you see how it's made and you're like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Same thing with this show. It starts off with a corny topic, and then by the time you're done, you feel smarter because you feel like you've been let in on something that nobody else knows about.
That's rad.
Yeah. So that's called Really
I
No Really.
Listen to that.
Yeah.
I think like here's two pieces of information. One, the mammoths and the mastodons, mammoths went extinct in our in the lifetime of civilization. Like while they were building the pyramids, there were mammoths. We drove them to extinction because there was too many people and we hunted them into extinction. So like to be like, oh, they should be extinct. Probably not. Like we did that. So bringing them back, I don't think is toying too much with nature. It's just being like, okay, we made a mistake. Humans did this. Two, Frank Tate, the last time I talked to him, he was involved in a company they were doing that, trying to like get DNA so that they could create a clone of a mammoth.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Nuts. Yeah, that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
And one time, we tried to revive a dinosaur, and it was called 5 Iron Frenzy, and it's still going.
So, thanks, world. Thanks for that.
Thanks
world.
a lot. Thanks a lot,
I think
jerks.
we're done. We're done.
Okay.
Let's go to bed. Not together.
Great idea.
Not together.
Not now.
Like I'm gonna
Later.
crawl in bed with the hides.
I'm going to put my hands between my legs, and I'm going to pretend it's yours.
It's odd.
Platonically.
Okay. Getting better.
All right. All right. Good night, sweet prince.
Sweet Bippy.
See ya.
See ya.
Save for the squids.
Yeah.